So the big question is, how do health experts like you and I generate more income, impact more people, and create businesses that work around their lifestyle and serve their family at the highest possible level? If you want the answer to that question, then you're in the right place at the right time. Whether you're a dietitian, a nutritionist, or a nutrition coach, this is for you. My name is Dr. Javier Carlin, and I want to welcome you to the Practice Revolution. We are a movement that is revolutionizing the way private practices are built so you can practice on your terms. So go ahead and join us and follow along as we learn, apply, and share the top business growth strategies that we're using to grow our own business and to help you grow yours, using only the best insights and advice from top industry leaders. So thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the show. What is going on, everyone? Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. So today we have a very special guest. Definitely excited to share with you something very, very special. And so for those of you that are new to the community, welcome. My name is Javier Carlin. I'm a physical therapist, and this is Marissa. And she is a dietitian, and together we're the co-founders of the Practice Revolution, where we help dietitians and nutrition coaches who are working in clinical, corporate, or any other industry within the industry that are just feeling a little bit burned out, unfulfilled, and really want to get to the point where they're building their private practice on their own terms. And so if that's you, if you're looking to start to grow, then you're in the right place at the right time. And so, like I mentioned, we have a very special guest. His name is Lorenzo. I think I pronounced it correctly.
Yes, that's perfect.
He is the co-founder of NutritioApp.
Yeah, NutritioApp.
NutritioApp.
It's like nutrition without the last M.
I like it. There you go. Okay, got it. That makes sense. And so, yeah, it's a software that helps dietitians and nutrition coaches to win and handle far more clients in less time. So thank you so much for being here. Super excited for this.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I'm also excited to be here.
Awesome. So maybe you can give us a little bit of background into who you are and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, sure. So I have been working as a developer for I worked as a developer for the last, 15 years or something like that. But a few years ago, I did a switch to marketing completely because I realized that when you build something, someone has to build it, someone has to sell it. So it was a natural transition, and I liked it much more. And regarding our app, I was about 4 to 5 years ago, I was speaking with a friend of mine that's a medical doctor specialized on diabetes. And I asked her, what do you use to work with your patients? And she said, what do you mean, pen and paper? I said, no, that's not possible. You don't know how to search online. I started to search online, and coming from a marketing background, I didn't like the solutions that I found. And I said, I can build something that's much better than what I found at that moment. So me and my co-founder started, my partner, the other co-founder of the app, started to build it. We put it in front of one dietitian. She said, I cannot use it because it doesn't do this. We went through a few iterations. We fixed all the issues. Then we got to this point where we have, a few thousands of people that have used it or are using it. So that's how we got here. Basically, it started from the passion of building something, especially something into the health industry. Mostly because my wife is a medical doctor, my colleague's wife is a medical doctor, so we couldn't stay away from it.
No, that's absolutely amazing. And so with the platform itself, like I know you had mentioned a couple of the key features, and we listed them there. What are some of the features that you've seen that maybe were lacking, or that people were really interested in, that you built into the app that are really beneficial for those who are looking to use something like this?
Before talking about the features, I like to talk about the problems that we are solving. Because people don't usually don't buy features, they are looking for a solution to solve a problem. Right. And after thousands of interactions with dietitians, we found that most dietitians have 3 big problems. The first one, they need something, a system, or they need to solve, they need to handle clients in less time. Basically, they need to be more efficient with their time. The second one would be they need more clients, and I think this is the part where you help the most. And the third one would be they need to make more money per clients. But all three are related, because if you have more patients, but you cannot handle them because you don't have enough time, that's a problem. And if you want to make more money per patient, you need to provide not better services. You need to package the services in a way that would give them more value. Okay, and starting from this problem, we started to solve the first problem. So we are saving the dietitians a lot of time by automating the boring processes. Things like meal planning. I haven't found a dietitian that could say, I totally enjoy doing meal plans, like manually doing meal plans, like putting them together. Or the communication part is also a tedious process sometimes. So would be something like we automate some of the communication. I will show you in the app how it is done. And we also help the dietitians to make more money, because we provide them with, let's say, the mobile app is a good example. They can use either our client mobile app, or we can build a mobile app especially for them with their name, their logo, and so on, and have it in the store on their accounts. This is a custom service that we are offering, not included into the main app, because it's pretty time consuming.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think it's just better to show you the features that we have. Is that okay if I share my screen?
And I think no, I mean, to your point, like I think those are all major challenges that people have. And I agree with you. I think, even if someone like, provides those meal plans, and even if they do enjoy it, there is going to come a time and place where it's like, okay, like if there was an easier way to do it, it's like, how many of you watching, live or on the replay, like how many of you would love to find an easier way to do meal plans, right? For sure. How many of you would love an easier way to be able to keep track and communicate with your clients? I think all of us. And so I think, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of the recurring themes that you've realized that dietitians and nutrition coaches have challenges with. And I think all of us, obviously coming from a place of wanting to help people and coming from healthcare, like one of our main things is we want to help people. We want to do it in a way where they feel like they're taken care of. And so I think any software, any tool that we can utilize to be able to obviously get our time back, but also help people more efficiently and give them the support and guidance that they need without a lot of our time, like, yeah, absolutely. That's a home run. So very, very interested in hearing more about this. And for those of you that are watching live right now or on the replay, if you have any questions for Lorenzo, just go ahead and ask them down below in the chat, and we can definitely get to your questions, at the end. And, if there are some questions that come up that we don't get to, you're in the group, so you can always go back there and answer those questions for them as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you for having me in the group.
Yeah.
So before I share my screen, I wanted to say that we strive to offer an all-in-one platform that will cover all your needs as a dietitian or nutrition coach, which means scheduling. I'll try to go through the entire process of a dietitian. So everything starts with scheduling. We have a simple version now, but we are adding a much better one. Will be live in a few days. Then maybe you want to collect some information from your client before for patient. I don't know how you call them, clients, patients.
It's interchangeable. That's fine.
So maybe you want to collect some information from your patient before the patient comes to you to see you, or before you have the call with them. You can create some questionnaires, or you can use some questionnaires that are already created, send it to your patients, and just receive the information from them. The questionnaires can also be used for follow-up or for keeping in touch with the client. Like they can fill in a daily water intake or weekly, feedback or something like that. When it comes to appointments, you can do the appointments in person or as a video call. We have a HIPAA compliant video calling option that you can use with your clients, patients. And you can fill in the information yourself. For example, if you want to take notes during the session, you can take notes. We have a notes section, or you can fill in a structure form, like a questionnaire with, you can think about it like a document, or that you can fill in with the information from your patient. Then you do the meal planning, and the meal planning can be done in several ways. Like you can create the meal plan either manually, like put all the foods one by one inside the meal plan, and the app calculates for you the totals. But that's the most time-consuming part. The easiest one would be to either use a template, and we have a few templates inside the app. You can use your own templates, and we have a meal plan generator that will collect some information from you and generate you a meal plan in seconds. And we also use portion-based meal plans. For example, if you just want to educate a person, don't want to give them something very fixed, you can give them something like 1 portion of fruits and 1 portion of whatever cereals, and they get to decide what to choose from that portion. But that's not all. We have built a very interesting way of something that I brought from the marketing industry, which is automated coaching programs. Basically, you put a program together. You know what it means. You put the program together, and it works like this. It can either start automatically based on a trigger, or you can start it manually for every patient. And on day 1, it will send the content, like one article. On day 2, it will send a PDF. On day 3, it will send a message. On day 4, it will send a questionnaire. So basically, you can craft a coaching program, start it for a patient, or I don't know, for as many patients as you want, go on vacation, and your patients will still receive something from you every day. That's something that I haven't seen in other nutrition software, and people are enjoying it.
Yeah,
so it's a very, very used feature. And even the fact that they get everything into a mobile app, they get the push notifications into the app, that's something very important for them, because people start to not use emails or stop using emails.
True.
Yeah. And that's not all. You can also collect payments inside the app. Like you can send payment links. We have an integration with Stripe. You can collect payments inside the app. And talking about what you do, you can create workout plans inside the app. We have a database of exercises, and you can basically put together a workout plan and send it to people.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. No, that sounds, and I agree with you. I think even something on our end, right? We utilize email for reminders, for training,
Yes.
for all of that. And it does get a little bit overwhelming. I think, most of us are used to being bombarded with emails,
Yep.
Every single day, and some of them we like, some of them we don't. And so I feel like that next layer, that next level really is the push notifications through the app itself.
Yes.
And I think that, that's something that we're getting more accustomed to. And, it is a little bit easier to manage than email. So I love that you have that feature. I think that's a huge benefit for the clients that we work with.
Yeah. You know what? If I show you my email, I think I have 60, 70 emails, unread emails, things that I need to respond to, or I need to do something about them. And I just let them there until I do something about them. But if I get now a push notification on the phone, I will read it even if I force myself to not read it, I will just turn my head and read it.
It's so true. So true.
Yes.
And that gets your clients better results too, right? Because then they don't have all these unread emails. They get these push notifications. They're going to read them faster. So that means that they're going to implement whatever that notification says. It's a good reminder for them.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just show my screen and go through the app briefly.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so this is how the app looks like. We are doing our best to keep the best user experience possible and to keep it clean, to not have a lot of, options that are confusing. So I will open a generic client, Miss Jane Doe. And here you can see that there are a lot of tools that you can use for this client. You have the chat here, and the chat is in the middle of everything, because everything is sent through the chat, like the notification system, the notifications for appointments, for the content that you send to them, and everything else. Of course, the HIPAA compliant video calling. I won't go through the entire demo because I won't have enough time. And you can send them manually images, PDFs, and so on. You can track the progress of your clients, or they can do it themselves into the client app. We basically have two apps: is the nutritionist app, or the dietitian app, and the client app. And they can take pictures on themselves and post them here, and they can see a progress from the moment they started working with you as a dietitian to the current date. Okay, you can keep some notes about these clients. And moving to the meal planning part, because this is the most interesting part, I will just show you the automatic way of creating meal plans. We'll just give it a name, like, I don't know, meal plan, doesn't matter. Set up a start date. If you set up a start date, the app will send notifications every day for every day of the plan. Something like, this is your plan for today. And also before the plan starts, just for them to prepare. And you choose the type of the plan you want to generate, something like, let's say, high protein, low fats. Okay, the number of days, you press a button, and the plan is created. Sorry, I forgot to switch it to the imperial system. So in some places you will see grams, but that's not the case if you do the proper configuration. Okay, so this is the plan. It has images. You can add your own images, your own recipes, and you get a ton of information, like nutritional information, a lot of totals, like macros, micronutrients. You can even do a very detailed analysis of the plan, which shows you a lot of charts. Of course, it might be confusing for the regular person. That's why it is available only for the dietitian, including the percentages in relation to the recommended daily allowance for every micronutrient that we could find, where we can find the recommendation. After you finish creating the plan, you just send it to your client, and they will receive it in their client app, which looks like this on the desktop. Of course, on the phone is smaller, but it's also can be adapted to the, I just wanted to show you briefly, a simulated version of it into the phone. So this is how they will see it, exactly the meal plan that's
very cool.
That looks so good.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, thank you. And since we speak about the client app, they also have this option of chatting with you into the client app, tracking their own progress. It's basically a mirror of the nutritionist app, but with less features, with only the features they need. Moving on quickly to the, for the nutrition part, you can manage your own recipes. You can use the recipes that are in the platform. You can even import the recipes. So there are some websites that are allowing us to parse them, like all recipes, and just paste the link here, and it will fill in all the information about the recipe and try to do some matching, at least a partial matching of the ingredients. And then you can choose other ingredients if that's not right. But it's saving you a lot of time. And of course, it will generate nutrition facts. You can also export a very detailed report. Moving to the practice section, sorry. You can define your own contents, something like, I don't know, the 10 principles of intuitive eating. Yeah. Think about it like articles, but for internal usage. You cannot send the article outside of the app, just inside the app. So you can add images, embed videos.
Would kind of be like in a way, if you had like a course platform,
yes,
right,
yes,
where you would have, whether it's PDFs, documents, video,
yes,
how you would create something like that.
Yeah, but imagine that most dietitians would send information to their clients, to their patients.
Okay.
Instead of spending 1 hour explaining them how to, I don't know, do something, they can just attach a PDF or add an article here and send it to the clients.
Okay. And that's great, right? Because if you send it to one client, it's likely you're gonna at some point send it to another. And so you can start to build that library of content there. Okay.
Yes. You build a library of content. You can also define your own questionnaires or use the questionnaires that are inside the platform. And you can use them either to collect information from your clients or to create a structure and use the app as an EHR, like an electronic health records, because you can create whatever you want here. And I'll just show you briefly. It's as easy as drag and drop one question here and put something like, put a question like, how do you feel? And you will have it here. You can even add, maybe at the end of the questionnaire, a field that's called signature. And your clients will be able to sign with a mouse or with a finger on the screen.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, but the best part is this coaching program section. We used to call them automations, but it sounded more scary, like automations. Yeah, then we renamed them in coaching programs. So this is a coaching program that was created just for demo purposes, and it starts automatically whenever someone signs up for the client app. Okay, you have a lot of options, like to start them only for patients that have a specific tag or in a specific day of the week. But in the first day, it will send the content, and the second day will send a message and the content. On the fourth day, let's say we want to skip one day, it will send a questionnaire and a message, and it can go on and on for as long as you want, even 1 year, 2 years, if you have the patience to do it for so long. That's a very powerful tool because it will allow you to grow your number of patients you work with exponentially. So instead of taking, how many patients can you see per day as a dietitian? I would say, I don't know, maybe 10.
Yeah, 10 in the hospital. I was seeing 10, and that was about my limit.
Yes, so let's say 15. But with a system like this, you'd be able to see, I don't know, we have dietitians in the platform that are seeing a few hundred patients per month, because they just come to the app and everything is automated. They do some small touches on the meal plans or some small adjustments, and they basically respond to messages, and that's it. You don't have to spend 1 hour with a patient explaining them something. You can just attach a PDF, a video, or anything, and it will go automatically to them. You don't have to send the video. They will receive it. And the fitness part is pretty simple. It's like meal plans, but with exercises. So we have a database with exercises. We are doing our best to improve it. And you can create workout plans. So you just put here the exercises they need to do, how many sets, how many repetitions, the rest part, and so on.
And so when you click on the exercise, does it have a video on how to do it, or how does that?
Yes, but we are not specialists in in fitness, so we just got videos from the internet and put them here.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, cool.
Why recreate the wheel, right?
Yeah,
if it's already done.
Yes.
Video, right?
And so let's say those who are using the app, let's say they did want to create their own video, they can go ahead and plug in their own video to the exercise. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Cool.
Love it.
Okay. We also try to tap into the marketing side. So here we have the setup part for the client app. Actually, when I say client app, I mean either client portal, which would be a web interface, and you can get the link from here and open it into a new window. Of course, I'm logged in. But here, the logo can be personalized. If I put here, sorry, not here, the different logo, it will show up here instead of our logo.
Cool.
Yeah. And on the sign up page, you can see the links to the mobile apps that are in the store, and your clients can install the apps, and after they sign up, they can log in into the mobile app. You cannot use the app as a client, as a patient, without working with a dietitian that is using our app. We don't offer services to patients.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
It would be a pretty big conflict of interest to do something like that.
Got it.
Yeah, and we are trying to also help the dietitians to get more clients. So we created these TD calculators that they can just copy and post on their website, and it looks something like this. It could be integrated into the website, because coming from a marketing background, I know that in order to have a good landing page, you need to provide people with a call to action, start working with me or something like that. And people are not always ready to start working with you. And they need to hear more from you in order to be convinced. It's that thing that we call lead nurturing.
Yes.
And you need to provide them something for free in order for them to give you the email address. It's the ethical bribe that we are using. Give me your email address and I'll give you something. And this is a good way because I can tell a person, give me some information about you, give me your email address, and I will tell you how many calories you need to eat and how much water you need to drink, how should the macros be distributed. Of course, this doesn't help too much, so they still need to work with you to get there, but at least they have something that they can use. And we can do something very interesting. We can create a coaching program that starts automatically whenever someone signs up or fills in a form like this. And they can receive something from you for the next, 7 days. Then you can make an offer, like work with me.
I like that.
That's right.
We plan to also add here some information about how to create a website. I give you a theme that you can use to create a website. You just download it, put it on a WordPress installation, and you have a website that has been validated. We've studied a lot of marketing optimized websites, like sales optimized websites. And we can just give you the structure. You just put your data there, like your picture, your services, and so on.
Yeah.
And you will have a good looking website. I realize that most dietitians are great at nutrition, but they need help with marketing.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I know how to do marketing. I know the technical part. I need help with nutrition. Fortunately, I've been speaking with hundreds of dietitians in the last few years. I think I had thousands of calls, and I learned a lot. But the regular person needs help with that, but they might know something like marketing. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, this is amazing. This is so good.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So this is the part where the client app. Wanted to just show you briefly how it works. Actually, it's pretty self-explanatory. We don't have problems with this. Most of the clients, even older clients, can just install the app and use it because they receive in the chat, they receive everything. Like they get a notification.
Yeah.
You got something.
So those messages that you have there, those would be messages that they're receiving through the app, through the push notifications, not necessarily through their phone, like SMS.
Yeah, that's correct.
Got it. Okay, cool.
We plan to use SMS, but we work with clients from all over the world. We have clients from most of them are from the States, but we also have from Canada, from Australia, from UK, from Middle East, and I can go on and on, from all over Europe. And it would be pretty hard to integrate with something that would send them messages.
Yeah, I can see
at
that.
Scale.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's smart, obviously, going the push notification direction because you're wanting to be able to help people all over the world. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we have a question in the chat. This question is from Beck. She says, I may have missed this, but is the app the client uses free to download?
Yes, it's totally free for the clients.
Love it.
They will pay something only if you send them a payment link. So for your services, but they don't pay for using the app. They pay for your services. So we have here an integration with Stripe, where you can connect the app with your Stripe account. The money will go directly to you, to your Stripe account. We don't take any commission on it or anything like that. We just manage the payment links from within the app, and they get the payment link inside the client app. Perfect. They don't leave the app.
Perfect. Awesome. Are there any other features that that you weren't able to show us yet?
I think these are all the features, like the big features. Of course, we can go into very small details, but that's not the point here. For example, we are building now a meal plan generator, the next version of a meal plan generator, where that will be very flexible, because we realize that people don't stick with a very fixed diet. For example, you give them, I don't know, black beans. They might not have black beans, or they might not like black beans. Right. So you need to give them alternatives. And it's pretty hard for a dietitian to just add alternatives to 100 foods, or I don't know how many foods are in the meal plan. And in this generator, you'll be able to do something like create the rules for a meal plan. Something like for breakfast, you eat foods from the group cereals and foods from the group milk. And then the app will generate something like a portion of cereals and a portion of milk. Like, I don't know, oatmeal or something like that.
Right.
So, and the client will be able to change a food if they don't like it or don't have it, or I don't know, they're not in the mood to use that food.
No, that
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and everything is very personalizable. For example, we work with clinics and for the client portal, instead of having it on our subdomain, on our domain, we put it on their domain. So basically with their logo and everything is with their branding. We even change the colors if they need it, or the font. If they have a big number of clients or some specific requirements, we can do everything. We are a startup. We move very fast comparing with other very established companies like 10 years in the business, where you have to adapt to them. We adapt to our clients.
I love it.
Love it.
Awesome. This is so great. Do we have any other?
I don't see any other questions in the chat right now, but if you guys are watching on the replay, definitely feel free to drop any questions down below. Lorenzo is in the group, so I can just go ahead and tag you and get that question answered for you.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention, you'll post a link if anybody wants to test the app. Feel free to reach out to me to schedule a demo call, or to go into more details about the app. I would be happy to do this. No strings attached. If you don't like it, don't use it. So I'm not a salesperson. I'm not gonna do some lazy sales technique or trying to convince you. My biggest satisfaction is when people when we can help people with it, not when I can get money from it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, no, I mean, it's obviously a great product, and you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into it, and it shows. And so we did go ahead and drop, we do have an affiliate link for the app. So I did drop that in the chat. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, feel free to use that. You don't have to use our link. You could look it up separately. That's totally fine as well. And so is there a trial period that they can test out for? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. There is a 14-day trial period. Okay. If you need more, we can extend it even more. And I wanted to mention that we also work with in the academic world. We give the app for free to nutrition students. So if you are a student, just sign up for a student account. I think it's called an academic account. Or if you want to do something like a scientific study, we also give it for free. We've been actually mentioned in a few very prestigious academic papers because some people use the app for research.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming into our community and sharing this with everyone. I think, definitely. No, it's been really cool to see, all the different components of the app and how it can really serve not just the patients and the clients, but also the professionals, which obviously, many times already have a lot on their plates. And so anything that can help them help more clients, but do it in less time, I think is always welcome. So yeah, thank you so much. This has been really great.
That's my pleasure too.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, if you have any additional questions, post them down below. We'll go ahead and, like we said, he's in the group. You can go in there and answer any questions you have. I'd go ahead and use that link that we put in the chat. Just go ahead and test it out, 14-day trial, maybe do a demo, see how you can make the most out of it within those 14 days. And like you said, if it's something that you feel could really help you and your clients, utilize it. If not a problem. But I definitely give it a chance for sure. So awesome. Thank you so much again. And we'll talk soon.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for watching the show. I know your time is super valuable, and I know that you're here to learn how to grow a successful practice. So I have something special just for you. If you are a health expert who is in business or aspiring to be, and you're curious about how to grow a profitable, impactful practice, you're going to want to pay attention. Because as a person who is watching the show, I want you to win. So I've created a bundle of resources exclusively for those who are watching the Practice Revolution. So if you are tired of trying to figure out this game of business, marketing, and sales
all on your own and you're ready to implement what's already proven to work rather than reinventing the wheel, you're going to want to send us a private message on Instagram at The Practice Revolution. And simply just let us know that you watched this show, and we'll personally hand over $7,000 worth of trainings, resources, and coaching that is available only for those who are watching this show on YouTube. So if you want to know how to increase your income, impact, and build a practice that works for the lifestyle that you want and that serves your family at the highest level, send us a private message on Instagram at The Practice Revolution. Do it now so you can win big in your practice and in your life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next show.